we go. Welcome, everyone. Thank you so much for coming at the end of a long week. Really glad you're here. And yeah, thanks. Some of you even turned your cameras on. It'd be awesome if whoever if you turn your camera on, because we love trying to be together as much as possible, even though it's all digital. Yeah, we want to have some give and take with you guys. And so, yeah, today we're starting this webinar, My Family Toolkit, and we're on day one. So we're talking about marriage. And I just want to tell you shortly, yeah, I'll introduce myself. I'm Amelia Lindemann, originally American and living in Germany. And I work for School of Love now. And yeah, I was thinking along with Maria, what can we do together, School of Love and BFD? What do we want to offer? And we came up with this idea of the Family Toolkit because we really want to help couples and families to feel equipped. We're all new at this, right? We start without a instruction manual. And so, yeah, we just wanted to pass on whatever practical tools we can and give inspiration to take action in all of these areas like marriage, family, and community, and also offer support that exists through organizations, available websites, and contacts, and also share our stories so you guys don't feel alone because all of us have different kinds of difficulties. And you're never alone. And also, we want to help you connect with each other. So, yeah, that's why we also have time for that today. Yeah. So, I'll just also, I want to say for whoever is celebrating their 16-year anniversary, congratulations. Random fact, the 16-year element for 16 years of marriage is a sapphire, um, a very beautiful gem. And yeah, congratulations. But also, if you're off enjoying your anniversary, I'm also happy for you. And so, yeah, I just want to give you guys an overview of what we're doing today. So, we're going to first have a 20-minute talk. First, we're going to do some icebreakers, yeah, just to break the ice. And then we'll have a 20-minute talk from Andrei and Diana. And after that talk, we'll give you guys 5 minutes to do a little short homework that Andrei and Diana thought of themselves, so that you can put into action right away what they're trying to pass on to you. And then after that 5 minutes, we'll have 15 minutes breakout rooms with some discussion questions. And after that, we have some time for Q&A. So if you have a question, don't lose it. Please record it somewhere, write it. You can write it directly to me or also directly in the chat, and we'll collect them for the end. So yeah, we hope to get this all more or less within an hour. And yeah, enjoy this time. So without further ado, let's get into sorry, not the breakouts, but the icebreakers. I'm just gonna share my screen. And so I hope you guys are familiar with Mentimeter. Oh yeah, and I have to also introduce to you today, Stefan Hutzfeld is doing our tech. So thank you, Stefan, for working behind the scenes. There he is. Thank you so much for volunteering to do 3 nights for this webinar. That's awesome. All right. So I'm just finding my screen, and we're going to do a Mentimeter together, which is I have just a few questions for you guys, and I want to answer those together. So just a second, let me get myself oriented. All right. So yeah, Stefan, if you can just share, yeah, in the chat the link to this Mentimeter, then you guys all can answer this yourselves. How long have you been blessed? If it's 16, then I know it's probably your anniversary today. So let's see. And yeah, let us know if you have any complications, and hopefully we get a few answers in. 8 years. Nice. I'm not so quick with doing the math to calculate which year that was. Nearly 9 years, 12 years, 3 years, 27 years. Really nice. So we have some fresh couples and we have some couples that are have lots of experience. 11 years, 13 years, nearly 13. Okay, I'm in that group. Nearly 13. Nice. 6 years. Okay, we have lots of people also writing in the chat. That's also fine. 13, 19, nearly 10, 36 years. Wow. 16. Okay. Congratulations. It's probably your anniversary or soon it's your anniversary. I don't know. Um, but congratulations to those 16s. Let's go on to the next question. Thanks for answering all these wonderful different numbers. So we're talking about marriage today, right? So what are your most common conflicts? I know there are probably not so many or loads, but yeah, this is all anonymous, guys, so no fear. Where to spend money? Oh yeah, I also have experienced that. Who will look after the kids, sex, and money? Yeah, who's gonna look after that? Hopefully today we'll get a bit of help. Interrupting my wife. That takes a lot of practice to not interrupt people. It's a skill. You got to practice. It's true. In-laws and relationships. Yeah, that can also be tricky. Who will put the kids to sleep? Rock, paper, scissors, guys. Let's see. Okay, also we have some answers coming in the chat. Difference in heart and head, small communication, um, and struggling, sex, different opinions in church, letting things in their place. Maybe this has to do with cleanliness. That's also a big challenge in our household. Lack of romance. Well, today I'm sure Andrei and Diana will have some tips for that. Okay, this is really interesting, guys. Thanks for sharing. And I think you're all not alone. All of these conflicts are very, very common and challenging. Smells. That's an interesting one. My emotions, my husband doesn't like to speak intimate relationships. Yeah, that can also be a challenge. Wow, guys, thank you so much. We filled this whole page. That's really awesome. All right. And kids' education, we also have in the chat. Yeah, all really important things. So, next one, this is to lighten up with a good light ending to our icebreakers. What are your favorite date locations? This will be good for the one who said lack of romance. Maybe this will get some inspiration going. Favorite date locations. Hopefully affordable. I'll give you guys a minute. Restaurants. Yes, I agree. But we're usually doing it at home. We do take in because we don't have so many babysitters. Chinese buffet, picnic at beach, good food and dancing, cafe. Yes, that I can say yes to all of these things. Nearest Roman city. Interesting. European gardens, thermal bath. Nice. These are all, so you guys can screenshot these if you need ideas for dates. The bedroom, that's a good one. Park, home movie. Yeah, my husband and I also have most of our dates. We try to do it regularly every Thursday, and it's usually at home. So we do have to be quite creative, but um, yeah, home movie sometimes, or just ordering in. Let's see in the chat what we have. Anywhere without kids. Yeah, that's great if you have a babysitter. And cruises, that sounds nice. Yeah, cool. This looks really fun. Thank you guys. That was really fun to do. I'm gonna stop sharing my screen and let's move on to our talk today. Okay, so I want to introduce to you guys our speaker for tonight. Unfortunately, tonight it's going to just be Andrei. His wife couldn't make it. She had a special invitation to sing for True Mother. And so, yeah, but they made a recording together and they will be passing on their knowledge. still as a couple. And Andrei is here present to take your questions. And yeah, I'll just say a little bit about them. Um, so they were blessed in 2015. They have three children, three beautiful daughters, and they are both medical doctors with master degrees. And I think even graduated from the same university in Portugal. I don't know, were you guys studying at the same time? Um, that sounds like it could be romantic. And Diana is a cardiologist, Andrei a psychiatrist and consultant at the UN in Moldova. And they're also very active in the church community. And so let's go on to our presentation, which Stefan will share with us, and we can listen to the marriage part of the toolkit.
Hi everyone.
Hi everyone, my name is Andrei Esanu.
And I am Diana Esanu.
We are from Moldova, and today we will present you a family toolkit for couples.
As you can see here, already 10 years ago, in 2015, we have received the blessing. And now in 2025, our love multiplied and we have these beautiful three daughters.
Tonight we will talk about three aspects. One is couple time, next is connect at deeper level, and third one is conflict. We will share a lot of tips and ideas. So just please don't feel overwhelmed. Just choose for you at least three ideas that can be useful for you.
So we wanted to talk a bit about couple time, and the motto of this part of our presentation is to be creative. Of course, we understand that and we know that the importance of investing in a strong relationship is quite big, because when you fall in love, it's just a state. But when you love, it's an action, and it needs nurturing and investment. And like working out, unfortunately, you cannot go and work out for a whole day and it will be enough to last for you for a year, but you have to go regularly to work out weekly in order to keep those muscles strong and healthy. So such likewise is marriage. And of course, we all know that couple time is very important, but unfortunately, we neglect it most of the times, and we find a lot of excuses that we're busy and so on. So in this way, yeah, we have to be creative, and we'll find out how in what ways we can be creative in the following slides.
So here you can see a few ideas of how we can connect during the day. General recommendation is that it's good to have every day some moments to connect to each other. One example can be through affirmations, when we encourage each other and support one another. And very simple one, but also useful, is to do daily check-ins during the day, to ask how's your day, and truly listening. It is good if we find time to have a short call, at least a short call during the day, to ask how are you, how do you feel. It shouldn't be long, it can be even 2-3 minutes, but it's already helpful to feel connected to each other. And in the evening to find, I don't know, at least 5-10 minutes to talk to each other and ask how was your day. Another aspect is, because we are a faith community, we have possibility to grow faith together, and this can be possible through reading through parents' words and reflecting together. Again, it's recommended every day to do Hundukve, but if you are busy and you feel overwhelmed and you have a lot of things to do, it is good to have at least once a week, find 30-60 minutes to do Hundukve together and reflect together. Setting shared spiritual goals, such as prayer, community service, it also helps to share time together. Attending faith-based couple workshops and programs. We had this privilege to participate in the fall in Budapest in a couple retreat, which was very nice experience together, and we recommend it to other couples as well. Also doing some spiritual activities together really connect us at a deeper level. So we had this experience, especially at the beginning of our couple relationship, doing fundraising together. And it was very good possibility to get to know each other better. But also recently we actually tried to do witnessing together, and I think it was very good experience and very deep experience.
Some other aspects, because what we Andrei shared earlier were more like in-depth, deeper connections, but also it's really good on the horizontal level to have some fun, some adventurous activities, and to learn something new. For example, to do cooking or dancing or sports together. So my dream is for me and Andrei to go to bachata or kizomba lessons. Hopefully he will agree. Yeah, for now, what we are doing is table tennis, because Andrei likes a lot table tennis. So we're doing that. It's also a way to keep your body healthy, to be active, but it's also a way of getting those endorphins. So also another thing that we like to do is actually we love it to do retreats or weekends away, like city breaks. It shouldn't be long, like just the weekend. It's now time off from work. Also, we try to find like cheaper tickets and places to stay, and also places that we want to visit. So it's really good to go away from this daily life, daily routine, and to just have some time just for the couple. Another thing that we also do is date nights. So it would be good to do some mystery dates, also like some surprises, but if not, just to plan in advance some date nights where you can spend some time together, just the two of you. And it's really important also to do like really small gestures of kindness to each other. For example, when someone does the breakfast for the couple, or Andrei, for example, goes and grabs like some coffee and croissants, and yeah, so just share and do some small acts of kindness to each other, which really go a long way. Also another thing, it's really important for the couple to kind of like have a common goal, a common direction, and to also serve the community, or to do some volunteering work or some charity work. Also show kindness to others. It's really important. And another thing that also is very nice and very romantic in a way, and very touching, is when writing love letters to each other or notes of appreciation. And especially when you are away. We had an experience when Andrei was in Portugal, and he wrote some letters to me, and it was like really touching and really special. It's not even compared like with usual texts.
So this was first point. Then now we move to next point, which is connecting at a deeper level about our values and activities that connect us at the value level. And we are blessed to be part of community, to have two parents, and really we cherish this a lot in our couple, and I think in our community. So what are aspects or main aspects related to this is really to know each other's core values. And for this, you feel much more connected. One important point is also to know what are your non-negotiable values. Yeah, because sometimes we can have different values from aspects, but it's really important to have some common values that are non-negotiable, such as faith, family, integrity, fidelity. This is at least for our couple. Every couple can discuss between yourself, and find what are these non-negotiable values. Also, we like to have these conversations on how do these values influence our life as a couple, and also I want to emphasize that this is a continuous process, and we try at least once a year, but many times we do it even more frequent, to discuss. Okay, what are our values? How much our life is according to our values? Also how our values change during the years, yeah, because we're already 10 years together, and we can see that some aspects become deeper or a bit different than what we thought at the beginning. And this is actually very beautiful, and we can discover each other from different angles.
And as I mentioned, that like there's this routine every day, and especially when children appear. So we're all the time like who takes the kids when, and so on, and who prepares the bags and so on. It's kind of like a routine questions. So it's really recommended to have like deeper conversations beyond this routine. So to have like some questions regarding the couple itself. For example, what was the happiest moment in our relationship for you? And what do you dream for our future together, and so on? And try to find like time. Like sometimes we drive around the kids and they fall asleep, and we have time and opportunity to talk to each other on a deeper level. So we try to use every opportunity that comes up in order to do that. It's really also really good to develop some shared activities or traditions, and it's good to support each other's dreams and actually to know what are each other's dreams and projects, and to remember that, and from time to time to check in on each other on the progress, like where you're at in this aspect. And what we do is opening and closing of the day. We think that it's really important to start and end the day properly. We pray together, and we also did like such a good exercise, sharing gratitude. And it's in some more difficult times, it can be also challenging to find a thing that you're grateful to your partner. But actually, when we started doing that, we noticed that we see even more than one thing. It's easier to see what we're grateful to each other.
Yeah, so if going more into this topic, really our faith helps us to grow together spiritually and emotionally. So praying for each other's personal growth. It also, like, I pray for a success at job for Diana, and she prays for me, growing in general our personal goals, and to pray for our personal goals is also very, very valuable. Practicing gratitude and encouragement, as already Diana mentioned, learning from each other's strengths and weaknesses, reading together True Mother letter to True Father was a very deep experience. And we also connected much deeper to true parents, but also it showed really as an example of couple love on a deep level. And some practical aspects in our days when we have a lot of using phones and screens is tech-free moments. In order to have deep conversations without distraction, is good if we put phones aside. And if you have it, again, it's not mandatory to be very long. It can be 20 minutes, 30 minutes, but it's completely different conversation than when you're checking, I don't know, like emails or Instagram or other things. So tech-free moments also is very helpful. And now we also use a lot to have a time in calendar where Diana usually puts like when we have some concerts where we go together, date nights, dinner, breakfast, lunch, and other activities together. This helps we both have a Google Calendar and we can see this. And also I want to mention that couple relationship goes through different stages, which in a way it's also challenging, but in the same way, in the same time, it can be also very beautiful, and it's an opportunity to learn and to connect deeper. So I remember our time before children. It was very nice. We have good moments that we remember from that time, and we connected to each other. However, when little children appear in our family, it's more challenging. It's less couple time. It's more responsibilities. But in the same time, still is an opportunity to connect more, because now you have responsibility together. You have children that is like your future, is what we expected a lot. So it's another stage of life, a stage of couple relationship that can be seen from a different angle. Then when you have adolescents, we don't have yet, but I do couple therapy, and some parents already have adolescents. It's another challenges that appear in their relationship. What I try to talk to them is really to see it as an opportunity to connect more as a couple. And then the next stage in many couples is so-called empty nest, when children leave because they're grown up already. And if we didn't build this couple relationship before this, many times it's very challenging for the couple. And we see also in the society a lot of divorce, hopefully not in our community. And yeah, I think it's really important to build this relationship. And when is empty nest, so-called, when children go, actually it's a good opportunity to connect more and to have more time for the couple. And then, of course, next stage, I also like very much in our community, and I see some families having a free generation relationship, when children bring their children with them, and then grandparents take care of them. So it's also a very nice experience to have these free generations relationships.
And we'll talk a little bit about conflict. And we wanted to mention that conflict is normal, and that actually conflict, it doesn't mean failure, because some people are afraid of conflict, and if they fight, then this relationship is doomed, you know. But actually, to look at the conflict as a way to know each other better and to make deeper connections with each other. And what we recommend is to avoid the silent treatment or emotional withdrawal, because and in these moments, it's really easy like to go away and, you know, not interact. And it's far more difficult to just come together and overcome this and just talk it through. And actually, time and time again, we noticed that even though it's difficult, but if you talk it out, if you see each other's perspectives, if you understand each other better, if you solve this conflict, then you get more closer to each other. And of course, another thing is that we're a team and we're not competing against each other. So we try to focus on resolving the issues and not who is winning an argument.
So again, to emphasize that conflict is normal, and a zero conflict relationship is impossible for now. To remember that when conflict arises, usually emotions are quite high, intense, but critical or rational thinking is less involved. So that's why it's good to have some breaks. And what it helps is to focus on the issue, not on the person, to involve respectful communication and seek resolution and understanding. And withdrawing actually is a good way to show how conflicts can be approached. In first part, you can see that unhealthy conflict is when it's you versus me, and healthy conflict is when you and me together, we see a problem, let's find a solution together.
Yes, and what we recommend as solving different conflicts is to try to see and to listen to each other first, and try not to prove, you know, who's wrong and who's right. And also what we're trying to do is kind of like to repeat what other partner said. So I hear you saying this and this, in order to make sure that this is what the partner wanted to say. And maybe the partner can say, no, I totally didn't mean this. So also paraphrasing helps a lot. And again, a lot helps I statements.
So in this slide, we have some practice of I statement. And yeah, we see this in many couples. I think we used also in our couple, this kind of statement of accusation. You never spend time with me anymore. You don't care about me. You don't love me. So yeah, because of like conflict and frustration, you sometimes in couple spouses use these kind of accusations. So what is recommended to try to change this traditional statement to I statement. And here is an example how it can be changed. For example, I feel distant when we don't spend much time together, and actually I miss having quality time with you. So I don't know if you get the feeling it's the approach is very different, and usually this I statement shows what is our needs, and it helps to connect better. And I practice this with couples that I do couple therapy with them. And even last week we had this practice of I statement, and they were impressed how actually it changed how we perceive each other, how they understand each other. And they thought like, why we already like 5 years in the marriage and we never used this, or why we didn't know this. Yeah, so this is really powerful tool. And we have more slides with practicing, but because we have not enough time, we will just pass through them. But we can give you a presentation. You can read about this. But again, it's about practicing and try to practice in your couple.
Yeah, and one important thing that Andrei was saying, so when these emotions are really high and everyone is really emotional, try to agree beforehand that if it happens, that you pause and then you return to a later time to solve it, and try not to return back and be, like act as nothing happened. No, come back, talk it out, solve it, and then go forward. And please try to avoid hurtful things, because in these moments we're really vulnerable and these hurt us even more. And also not remembering the past mistakes. Oh, remember like 2 years ago you did such and such. It's actually really hurtful in these moments because yeah, it hurts a lot because we're kind of like really open and raw, and it's really difficult to overcome this after that, and it actually erodes the trust between each other. And as I mentioned, what we try to do is not to blame each other, because maybe someone was wrong or did something wrong, but what we try to do is to act as a team and to try to look at the problem and to try to find solutions on how to fix it.
So, of course, still sometimes we hurt each other. So, yeah, one practice that is really powerful, and it helps a lot to connect and also solve conflicts is this actually what true parents teach us, but I think in many other religions and even not religion, in couple therapy, we mentioned forgiveness is really important and powerful, and it brings reconciliation. So to learn to let go of past resentment and moving forward. And actually apologizing doesn't mean weakness. It shows more commitment and internal strength. And yeah, I think this is connected to this kind of experience of special grace that True Mother gives to couples and to families. This is also an important spiritual practice that actually helps those who go through this to feel this forgiveness. And yeah, many times it's about forgiving ourselves as well. So also on top of this prayer and reflection, together forgiveness, it can work very well. And seeking wisdom in true parents' teachings on love and relationships, of course, it's very useful.
Yeah, and we have a couple of examples of conflicts, and I'll touch just a brief one. So, yeah, whenever you have like small children, and especially if you stay at home with them, so it kind of like lose this connection with your partner. So I mentioned to Andrei that I didn't feel as much attention, as much love. I felt like he's all the time at work, really busy, and so on. So I conveyed this to him, and he understood the importance of what I was feeling, what I was going through, and we starting doing actually right then doing date nights in order to reconnect. The first date nights I remember were like a bit awkward, but after that we really caught the taste of it, and it was like really useful way to reconnect to each other. After that, we introduced some short trips, and what we like to do is to combine different work-related visits to like some sharing together. For example, on the way to the work assignment, we spend time reflecting and talking to each other, having deeper conversations with each other.
So again, for because of the lack of time, we will not go into too many details. We already mentioned, I think, a lot of tips, and I hope you can find useful some of these tips. You can choose some of them. Maybe it bring to your mind some tips that you already used, or maybe you had also discovered some new ideas. So. Again, I want to emphasize about 3 points that we discussed today. It was couple time, it is connecting at deeper level, and also to find better way for conflict management and conflict resolution.
Yeah, and I hope that after this talk, you will prioritize your couple time as much as possible to find some time in your busy schedules, because it is important and it will serve you on a long way in the future.
So we want to thank you very much for listening to us, and yeah, wish you a lot of happiness in your couples, and to feel a lot of love and growing of your love in your couple.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye
Bye
bye.
bye.
So thank you. That was really great. I really love the conflict solving part. So now we're going to do our 5 minutes of homework. Andrei and Diana prepared some homework. Andrei, you want to tell us about that?
Yes, good evening, everyone. Yeah, actually, usually homework is given by Dr. Balcom in our community, and in my family, the homework is from Diana. So she prepared homework for you and for me too. So it's very simple homework, actually. Soon we will have Valentine's Day, which is a very nice day. So our homework is simple as that. Please set up a time or block in your calendars for a date night. If you can do it around Valentine's Day or sooner or around this date, and just have this date night just for the two of you, for your couple. Yeah, so this is a simple homework, and I hope you enjoy your couple time during this date night. Thank you.
So yeah, we're going to take 5 minutes. Stefan will put on some music for us, and you guys, yeah, can just pick out a date, or yeah, just think of something you can do. Like there were lots of suggestions in the presentation. Something you can do for your spouse. Yeah, so just let's take that 5 minutes, and then we'll meet right back here. Okay, thanks guys for taking that time. I hope you could make some time or think of some ideas. I was just brainstorming myself. We have a pretty set day for when we do our date nights. But yeah, just to brainstorm like how to make it a bit more special. Let's see in the chat. I will try to communicate with my husband from the spiritual world. That's also challenging, but really important. And I wish you all the best, Svetlana. So now it's the next part of our program, which is getting into breakout rooms. We're going to share for 15 minutes in small groups. And yeah, we have tried to let everyone talk. So everyone should have like at least 3 minutes to share the discussion questions. Can we have the discussion questions, Stefan? And yeah, and don't forget, there's a Q&A at the end. So yeah, save your questions. So the discussion questions are 3 ideas you take with you from the presentation, and what is one thing you will start doing differently as a couple, and set a goal for the next month, 1 date per week, or sharing gratitude, something also that you maybe got from the presentation. So yeah, just feel free with these questions to pick one that you like to discuss or share about all of them, whatever you like. So yeah, we will go straight into the breakouts.